today by Councilman Darren Hill, who's here with me. I have my city manager, Mr. Benavides here. I have our deputy city manager, Mr. Lyons here, and a host of other leaders that helped get us to this point today. So I'd like to open up to start this occasion off with the invocation of Councilman Darren Hill.
Let us pray. Thank God our Father, once again we come before you, Heavenly Father. Thank you for this beautiful day. And Lord, we thank you for all those who participated, who helped make this into a reality. We ask a special blessing upon them. We thank our stakeholders, Heavenly Father, for coming in and assisting us. We'd like to thank our city administration and all those who are working on this project. We ask that you would keep us safe from all harm and danger. We ask that you bless the citizens of Petersburg and all those in our surrounding counties. We thank you for this day. We give your name honor. It's in your name we pray and we thank you. Amen.
Thank you, Councilman Hill. I must say, major things is happening here in Petersburg this summer alone. Not only did we present tremendous capital results with a positive unassigned fund balance of over $8 million, but we've also had exciting news to talk about in our expansion of the Impact Line Chemicals facility in Petersburg. And their unique place as a leader in the pharmaceutical industry. And today it is my pleasure to welcome you as we break ground on this park and ride facility that will take travel. This will take travel accessibility throughout the Tri-Cities to the next level. We have been fortunate to partner with many wonderful organizations on this project, and we'll hear from them today as they take us through more of the details. At this time, I want to invite our city manager, Ms. Benavides, and our deputy city manager for development, Mr. Lyons, as they introduce our Park and Ride project statement.
Well, as always, it's a pleasure to be here. We have a team of individuals who have had a vision to make this happen, committed partner with our state representative, and a deputy city manager who's had the talent and the support of a wonderful, dynamic team, Mr. Pamela Ennis, Mr. Charles Hines, all of whom have pushed this project forward. And so I would like to introduce our deputy city manager for operations and development, Mr. Lyons, who will introduce our partner. Mr. Lyons.
Welcome to for the city manager. Give her another round of applause. We're so happy to be here today, and I'd be a little bit remiss if I didn't take the opportunity to go a little bit deeper in terms of some of the staff. Ms. Kate San Gregorio in the back, raise your hands, give her a round of applause. City manager just acknowledge Mr. Charles Kuntz, our transit director. And Ms. Stephanie Harris back there, she's been a part of our team. Ms. Harris. Ms. India Adams, who is not with us today because she had a baby and she's taking care of baby, but she deserves a round of applause as well. We wouldn't be where we are today clearly without our procurement office, and Mr. Robert Floyd and Ms. Lisa Scott here. Ms. Scott and Mr. Floyd is somewhere. Give them a round of applause. Ms. Pamela Ennis and Mr. Timmy have been working hard for my utilities. Mr. Timmy here will serve as our project manager of this, and he has done an outstanding job pushing us along, and he deserves a special round of applause. Now with our other partners and so many other staff people involved in this, we can't say thank you enough. But we know that we would not be where we are today without our state partners and without our development team that's helping architect and firm that's been leading us. And with this, I'd like to take the opportunity to ask you all to put your hands together for Ms. Jennifer Mitchell, the Director of the Department of Rail and Public Transportation for the state. Let's give this Mitchell a round of
Thank you. Very excited to be here today with everybody. Representing the Department of Rail and Public Transportation. First, I'd like to thank the City of Petersburg and the local community, Mayor Sam Harum, who have helped to guide this project to fruition. Many of you that are here in this room today. So back in 2014, we put a new process in place picking which transportation projects should be funded by the state. This is a new process called Smart Scale, and it makes sure that the projects that are selected have the most benefits and the most bang for the buck. And this was one that is funded entirely through the Commonwealth Smart Scale funding. So this new parking deck is going to provide safe, well-lit, easily accessible parking for Petersburg residents and visitors to this historic city. We know that parking rides help reduce congestion by making it easier to use public transportation and providing a safe alternative to driving alone in a car. So at DRPT, our mission is to provide safe, reliable transportation alternatives for travelers in the Commonwealth, and partnering with localities such as the city to make this happen and accomplish these goals. We know that building and widening roads is not enough. It's not going to meet the needs of Virginians today or in the future. Virginians want transportation choices, and the places that provide these choices are going to be more competitive and successful in attracting business and skilled workforce. Because of this transit facility's direct connection to public transit choices, it received its highest Smart Scale scores for economic development and accessibility. The park and ride facility will provide much needed alternative transportation choices for Petersburg area citizens, as well as those living in Emporia, Waverly, Sussex, and Tingle. It'll be served by Petersburg Area Transit, the local service, Greyhound bus service, as well as commuter bus service as well. So initiatives like this make Virginia's transportation more efficient, and it helps improve air quality. This is accomplished by moving more people in fewer vehicles, resulting in fewer vehicle miles traveled and reducing vehicle trips. So conveniently located right down the road from 95 and Route 36, the new park and ride is going to provide critical connections, access to quality employment, and help reduce commuter impact on the environment. So thank you again for welcoming me here in the City of Petersburg. We're very excited about this project, and our staff has been working with the city staff here for quite a while to make this happen. And this is a great day, great celebration. I'm very happy. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. Give Ms. Mitchell another round of applause. Thank you. There are several other staff people that I'd like to introduce in this process, and I know that Mr. Tabor, Reggie Tabor, is not here, but he and his staff over in planning and development have really done an outstanding job helping us with these points. So if Reggie's not here, but he can hear us wherever he is. Let's give him a round of applause. Last but not least, on the staff side, we clearly would not be here without our building official. Hines has done a remarkable job helping and working with the team and guiding and leading us here. And he's just been a tremendous asset and a tremendous person to work with. So let's give Mr. Hines a round of applause. Clearly, introducing Mr. Hines at that time was appropriate because as we were working with Mr. Hines and more specifically with Ms. Lisa Scott and others in procurement, we got to the point where, as you all know, this has been a long time coming. This has been a long time coming. This whole process started out in 2016, long before I got here. City Council only gave us an opportunity to move forward and approval back in March. I think it was 2019. I realized we're in 2020 now. It's been some period of time. And so for a lot of folk, it's getting to this process and everybody wants to instantaneously see a lot of things done. But there is a lot of work that goes into it. And as we went through our process trying to choose the right team to lead us, the right firm to help us, some went in with closed minds, and then at the end of the day, we came out with a very, very open mind in terms of who was the right firm to lead us. And that was Tingle. Mr. Tingle came in with his presentation and gave us something that we couldn't even visualize and imagine even as a team. And so we're happy to have him here today. He is the principal of Tingle, Mr. Tom Tingle, and he will introduce his staff. Let's give Mr. Tom Tingle a round of applause.
Mr. Lyons, thank you very much. I'm going to bring up my Vice President and Project Manager, Stephanie Calaterian's architect, in just a minute, to give a comment or two. I would just like to say thank you to the City of Petersburg. It has truly been a partnership. We started working with Mr. Lyons and all of the staff members, as we mentioned earlier, well over a year ago, looking at feasibility to make sure this project could even be done. At the time, there were some question marks up in the air. What was it? How much was it going to cost? Where could it be built? So, it has truly been a team effort. I can tell you, and I mean this seriously, not just because I'm in the city of Petersburg saying this, but we have not worked with another municipality that has put together a very sharp team of individuals from all different departments to help move this project forward. And the reason we're here right now is because not just the architects and all of our engineering consultants that we hired, but the team of the city folks that are in here this morning have been working with us, helping to design, solve problems, give us information. It's just been truly a mutual partnership. So we thank you for letting us be involved again, and it's definitely found us out. The project itself. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. It is definitely a pleasure to be here today. I'm so excited to be here. At this point, Mr. Tingle alluded to the fact that we came on board in 2019. He and Mr. Lyons and many other staff members spent the better part of 2019 multiple meetings, coordinating a feasibility study. So by the time we finished last year, we had a good path forward for the best design, the best site in the budget. So I came on in January of this past year as project manager and architect, and have the pleasure all year meeting with Mr. Lyons every other week, Dennis, Timmy, and many other staff members. I see a couple of our consultants here today. Timmons is our civil engineer, State Marshal Francis is our structural engineer, Thompson, consulting engineer, plumbing, mechanical, electrical. So without this team, we wouldn't be where we are today. And certainly with the staff of Petersburg, I can't agree with Tom more, supporting us from top line. And again, I know Reggie's not here at the moment, but site planning has been an integral part of that. So I'm thrilled to be here today. I'm so happy for the city and love working with you guys.
That basically, and I thank everyone for being here, but I want to go back for 1 second because we cannot state enough, Mr. Tingle, the confidence and the leadership that Ms. Stephanie has shown in terms of bringing us together. Ms. Mitchell, your other staff from DR, BT, and others were a tremendous help. But Stephanie guided us through this process, and as we've said, we've been meeting on a bi-weekly basis. And I think throughout the process, all the questions were asked, all the follow-up was done, and I would be remiss if we did it again. Let's give Ms. Stephanie a round. That concludes my comments. Now, at this time, I'll bring the mayor back to the podium.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Lyons. And at this time, we will head outside. It's not raining too bad, so we want to stick some shovels in the ground, and we're going to do our official groundbreaking ceremony outside. So we meet us in between this building and the buildings next door on the other side. We will do the official groundbreaking ceremony, so please join us outside.